if you looked at the page before this, you got to hear me reading the book and you got to see all the illustrations of this little girl and then all the people that she's playing and interacting with moving around. So if we pay attention to how the illustrator has done these lines and shapes, this is something that we want to figure out how to do. We don't want to draw a picture of ourselves and say that we're running, but it looks like we're just sort of standing still. So looking here at the way the illustrator's done this, there's a little bit of a glare on the book, so I'll tilt it. You can see that her leg is up behind her with her foot pointed out here. The other one is pointed in a different direction. Her dress kind of obscures a little bit, but then if you look at this illustration, you can see someone else running. So their leg is actually bent, their arms are moving, like one elbow is behind them, one elbow is out in front of them to show this. So what you want to do first is you want to think about yourself outside doing something, moving around. It could actually even be a sport that you do inside, like if you do gymnastics or something, that's usually done indoors. So you'll get a piece of paper and you can choose which way to turn it. Like I could have it so it's horizontal, I could have it so it's vertical. So I'm going to choose my place. So near my house, there's a park that I like to go running in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start drawing the ground where the park is. So there's some hills and things on the ground. So I'm going to draw a line here. Maybe there's a hill behind this one. And there's a path that goes through the park that I run on. So I want to make sure that I have that path in there. If you guys remember last year when we drew Little Red Riding Hood, we put her on a path and we said, well, to make it look like it really comes towards us, one side of the path, it should look bigger when it's closer to us, but as it goes away, it should look like it's getting smaller. So then I might have, there's some trees and things in the park, so I'm going to start adding that. So what I want you to do first is think about where you're at based on what you're doing. If you're outside playing soccer, then maybe turning your paper horizontal and starting to draw the soccer field with the goals and some other things there. That would be a good idea. If you're playing basketball, you might want to go ahead and draw the hoop for the basketball goal and the lines on the basketball court. So here in the park, there's some bushes and things that I'm drawing and some trees. Things that make it look a little bit more like I'm actually outside. So I could draw things in the sky and all kinds of things. So I want you to take a couple minutes to start working on that. And then we'll start talking about how are you going to make it look like you're moving around in action doing something.